everyone, and welcome to Fragalicious Nails by Jess. I'm Jess, obviously, and this is my channel. This is a special video, everyone, because this is a design that I created in my very first YouTube video, and I am recreating it here today. And I am doing that because this is my 100th video on YouTube. It's my 100th upload. So I'm using all DIPOMANIA products. These are the liquids I'm using, her low odor base and the regular activator and top coat. I'm going to be doing some stamping, some Maniology products, some not Maniology products. But those are the colors I used in my original video. So we're going with that because it worked really well. And that's the plate that I'm going to use. And I'm going to be using a ice cube stamper from Maniology. I will link all of these items down in the description box for you, but that is the design we are using. It's kind of like a little cloud looking design. And I have two of the collab kits. See, I've talked about this in previous videos, so if you watch those, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I did a collaboration with DIPOMANIA, excuse me. And Brittany, the owner, was so wonderful and helpful, and she created an entire kit for you all. She created, well, for me and for all of you, because it's going to be available on their website. But it is everything that you need to create this mani. So you're going to have all the dip colors, you're going to have all the glitters, you're going to have everything. She always includes really cute stickers in her packaging, by the way. Look at how adorable these are. All Galaxy related. So the name of this collection is Galactic Throwback. So it's a throwback to my original video, and it's all Galaxy related. The items are, as I pull them out of the bag for you, you'll be able to see everything. There are going to be 3 colors that I use in this mani. And then I'm going to use some hollow. I'm going to be using some hollow fine glitter and some hollow flakies also. So I'm going to show you all the colors I'm using. She created these specifically with this design in mind. And we had lots of conversations and shared lots of pictures. And I think she just hit the nail right on the head. These colors are spectacular. So, and they all, and I want to mention, they all glow. And you'll see that at the end. This is a freebie that's coming with the collection. I did not use that in this mani, but Brittany is throwing that in as a special freebie for anyone who buys the collection. And then, of course, these are the hollows that I'm using in the look as well. And Brittany did also share with me that you're going to have 3 options. You can buy the entire kit, which will include these cute little glitters. And I'm using the hollow stars right here on my other 3 nails that are not Galaxy nails. Anyway, you're going to have the option to buy the entire kit, which will also include this cute, adorable UV flashlight. So these are all glows. And if you don't own a UV lamp, like if you're not a gel user and you don't have a UV lamp, you can charge your glow dips with this flashlight. How cute is that? And it has the DIPOMANIA logo on it. So you can buy the entire kit, which will have all of those things, or you can buy it without the UV light. Like if you already have a lamp, you don't need to charge it with a flashlight. And you can buy all the items individually. At least I believe the dips. I'm not sure about the hollow flakies and the glitters. I'll have to ask her about that. And I will let you all know in the description box once I have that information. So I'm going to start out with the non-Galaxy nails. I'm only going to do one for you because I really want the focus of this video to be on the Galaxy nails. But I wanted to show you how it is possible to do a scrub ombre with darker colors. You just got to make sure that your base color is the lightest of the 2. So I applied my base, I dipped into the purple, which is the lighter of the 2 colors, and now as I'm cleaning it up, it's drying up a little bit, so it's not going to get gummy when I start applying the darker color. And I'm using a very dense bristled brush to do the scrubbing with. Where did I go? Anyway, so I'm using a very dense brush to do the scrubbing. And I first start out by dabbing the color on at the cuticle area. And I'm going to dab it gently because, as I said, you know, the base is probably still a little bit wet, so we don't want to scrub yet. But I'm going to start, you know, pushing that pigment into the powder of the base. And then I'm just going to just gently start scrubbing in circles around the base of the nail and the cuticle area. And then I'm going to slowly fade it out towards the tip of the nail. We're going to do this 3 times. Twice with the purple and once with a layer of clear. And that scrubbing into clear dip powder, because there is no pigment in it, that's where you'll get the most concentration of color when you do a scrub ombre. I think that is absolutely key to doing a scrub ombre. And I like this is the way I've always done my scrub ombres. I do 2 dips into the lighter color. I scrub in between, you know, I dip, scrub again. And then I do my clear layer and I'll scrub into that. And every time it comes out a beautiful, beautiful ombre. So that is the way I like to do my scrub ombres. But I wanted to make sure that I got to show you guys that because I know a lot of people think that you can't really do a scrub ombre if you're using darker colors. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. You just have to make sure that your base is the lighter of the 2 colors. If the colors are too similar in color, then it won't work very well. They'll just kind of blend into each other and not really be an obvious ombre. But if they are different in tone, or if one is just slightly lighter than the other, it will work perfectly, as you can see here. So I'm about to dip into the clear, and you will see as I do that how much more pigment and how much more of an ombre you get when you scrub into the clear. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you watch that, and I will be right back. All right, that scrub ombre is done, and with the magic of video editing, bam! I have finished the other scrub ombres, and I have applied the little star glitters that I was telling you about, and now I'm going to encapsulate them in clear. I have done other videos where I've encapsulated glitters, and I will link those in the cards for you if you're interested in watching that. So I have encapsulated, I've activated those nails, and now we're going to move on to the Galaxy nails. And this is a lengthy process, I'm not going to lie. That's why I chose to only do 2 nails in this video, because last time when I did this on my nails, which was actually almost 2 years ago, if I think about it. Holy cow. It was, well, first of all, I didn't have as much experience back then, so the entire process took a lot longer. So 2 nails is all we're doing in this video. So I'm starting out with the white, and I am applying it sort of diagonally and very imperfectly across the center of my nail. And this is a milky white. So the first layer is going to look almost clear, but as you apply more layers, it becomes more opaque. But it is a milky white. That is what I wanted for the center of this look. It's sort of like we're creating a nebula, if you will. And I always think of the center of that being sort of like this blurred out white glow. So that's what we're going for with that. Then I applied the purple, which is the next lightest color on the outer edges on both sides of the white. And then I'm applying the darker color, that beautiful dark blue, which will be how it fades out into kind of that dark blue, almost blackness of space. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. The first layer is done. And as you can see, when I tapped off and brushed away the excess, you can see that that is, you know, not done. The first layer doesn't look like much, but as we apply more layers and build it up, it's going to look much more like a sort of nebula in the middle of the galaxy. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. So I'm going to apply my second layer of this ombre, and this time I'm going to start on the outer edges using the dark blue. And I'm going to, again, I'm kind of doing a diagonal ombre here. So I'm just tapping on the outer edges at the tip, free edge, kind of that corner of my nail, and then I'm going to do it down at the base of my nail near the cuticle. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of talking, everyone, so if I get tongue-tied or what have you, just have a little patience with me. Anyway, so that's what we're doing with that, and then we're applying the purple right next to that, kind of overlapping them a bit so that they'll ombre nicely. And then I'm going to add more of that milky white directly in the center. And this is not perfection. Nothing about this application is perfection. It's wonky. It's imperfect, and that is the idea, because there is nothing perfect about space as far as, like, you know, straight lines and perfect blends and all of that. You just do the best you can. As you can see, I'm just kind of willy-nilly kind of tapping this stuff on there, and the effect that it makes is really cool. So please, you know, don't think that this has to be a perfect ombre with a perfect blend of colors, and that's not what this is about. This is about having fun and making it look imperfect, because, you know, that's the look of it. So there you go. That's the second layer. And now I'm going to do a third layer. And I'm doing a third layer because I really want to make these colors blend well, but also not perfectly blend, but just kind of, you know, I don't want any stark lines, if you know what I mean. But I do want to build that milky white up just a little bit more in the center of the nail. And so I'm going to do a third layer. And because you're ombreing, you know, I don't usually dip 3 layers, but because you're ombreing and you're sprinkling the powder on, this does not make the nail thick at all. So don't worry about that. So I'm just sprinkling on more of that milky white in the center, just like I did the first layer, exactly the same way. And I'm just putting that white where I want it. And then, you know, and this is kind of like, the way I'm blending it, I don't know if you can really see it, but I'm kind of doing it as sort of a swirly curve. It looks kind of straight right now, but the way I have it, it doesn't go straight directly, diagonally across my nail, if that makes sense. And then I am obviously blending that purple in on top and around the edges of the white, and then I'm going to add more of the blue. And this is our last layer of dip powder. After this, we're going to add some dimension to the center of the nail, and I really think that it makes it look like galaxy nails, in my opinion. I just had so much fun. When I first designed these 2 years ago, I had so much fun. I think I spent hours playing with swatch sticks to figure out like what I wanted to do for these. And this is the method that really worked for me, and it really screamed, you know, galaxy, nebula, space to me. So now I'm going to go in and do the same exact process on the second nail. I'm not going to talk you through this. I'm going to let you just watch what I do. And then I will come back when we're going to add some more details to this. Okay, so it was a very short break from talking, but I decided that this would be a good time to jump in here and give you a little bit of information about how you order. So even though the owner of DIPOMANIA is away right now, she is off enjoying her vacation, the DIPOMANIA website is going to remain open. So when this video releases, the collection will become available on the website and you will be able to order it. Now, I want to also make sure you understand that she will not be able to start the shipping process until she returns on June 10th. So today is June 4th, so shipping will not start for a few more days. But I promise you, she is amazing at getting her shipments out. So you'll be getting probably a shipment notification within a couple of days of her return. Not to put any pressure on her or anything. I'm just saying she's a really quick shipper. So keep your eyes out for shipping notification in about a week, I would say, after she returns. So she returns on the 10th. So just please, if you order, keep that in mind. Shipping is not going to, happen immediately because she is out of the country right now. But she was kind enough to agree to release this while she was away and keep the website open so that y'all can order, which was amazing of her. So thank you, Brittany. You are amazing. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about. Nope, I'm going to wait a minute for that. I'll get to that in just a minute because this ombre is almost done, and then we are going to get into the other details, and I don't want to skip over that. So as I said, this process is a bit about layering to create dimensions. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply a very thin spattering, I'll say, of these hollow glitters. And these are extremely fine glitters, okay? And they're going to I'm just going to tap on a few right around the center. I did go a little bit hog wild with these on my middle finger, and you'll see I do end up fixing that later on because it drove me a little crazy. But you want to concentrate most of those glitters in the center of the nail. And now I am using an orange stick. I dipped it into the base liquid that was on my nail already, and I started applying some of these hollow flakies. And that just kind of creates that dimension, the look of like stars and gaseous clusters, I guess. So I am not an astronomer. I am not someone who studies stars. I don't know very much about space. I just know what I've seen in pictures and heard in movies. I mean, I may have learned a little bit of something when I was in a science class at some point in my life, but that knowledge is minimal at best. So I'm just, being creative here. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the next nail. I'm going to just sprinkle some of those hollow glitters, and you're going to see I tapped and way too many glitters fell on my nail, and it really kind of took away from the effect I was going for. So later on, I did end up fixing that nail. Oop, there you go. There it is. Way too much. Way too much. I tried to scrape it away. Didn't work. So I ended up, you know, fixing that later on off camera. I was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore that for right now, and I'm going to move on. And so I'm applying the hollow flakies like I did on the last nail. And then the next step after that is we're going to encapsulate everything in clear. I'm going to file and shape everything off camera because this video is long enough as it is. I did do a filing routine in my last video, which was how I applied dip and file and shape short nails. So I will include that up in the cards for you if you're interested in seeing that. But for this video, I am not filing or shaping on camera. It takes too long. So I'm going to finish encapsulating and I'm going to do all that off camera. And when I come back, we're going to do a little bit of stamping to create even more dimension on these galaxy nails. So hang tight. Okay, now it's time to do a little bit of stamping, and this is minimal. I mean, seriously, if you think I'm not good at stamping, I can't do this, this is the easiest. Like, it doesn't even have to pick up the whole image because it's really just to add a little bit of dimension. So see, it looks like a little bit of a gaseous cloud, but it's more concentrated, and I want it to add that to the center. And so I do the silver first, and then I'm going to layer the purple over that. And I'm just going to let you watch me do this. When I do the purple, I turn the stamper the other way so that they don't just cover each other. And it just adds a little bit more of that dimensional effect that I'm looking for. So I stamp the silver down first. That's the lighter of the two colors. And then the purple goes over that. And I just position it slightly different so that they don't perfectly overlap. And I'm going to let you watch that. And while I'm doing that, I want to talk about the other exciting thing that I have going on. And that is, I'm going to call it a giveaway or a share away. And I'm sure you know what I mean. But some lucky subscriber is going to be gifted an entire set of this collection. So you're going to get the UV flashlight, all the colors, all the glitters, everything, the whole shebang. So what you need to do to be considered is comment something in the comments below. What I would like you to comment is either one of your favorite videos of mine. There's 100 to choose from. So take some time and think about the nails. You can look through my list of videos and to refresh your memory. But think about one of my videos that I've done that's one of your favorites. Or you can comment with something that you have learned by watching my videos. That would actually really make me happy to hear either one of those things. And then you'll be considered for this share away or giveaway, whatever you want to call it. And just to be clear, I'm not calling it that other word because the last time I did, YouTube didn't like it very much, and I lost a ton of comments, and it was such a struggle to include everyone because I was getting some comments on the video. Some comments were showing up in my email. It was just a mess. So I'm not going to use that word, but I think you know what I mean and what I'm talking about. So if you're interested in being considered, then you can comment down below one of those two things I've mentioned. I would also really like you to please hit that like button and make sure you are a subscriber to my channel to be considered. Yeah, so comment, like, and subscribe. Those are the only requirements for being considered, and I hope you'll do that because I want to share this with someone. So now we are just finishing off with activation and that final glorious top coat. And when I return, I will be sharing my final thoughts and wrapping everything up. See you in a minute. And here we are, the final product. I love these so much. I'm gonna apply some cuticle oil, as I always do at the end of every mani. It's important to replenish all that moisture after what we put our poor cuticles through during the mani process. I am just so excited about these colors and this whole mani set. Brittany, you came through for me, and I just want to say thank you so much to Dip-O-Mania for making this possible and for sponsoring this whole video and this share away / giveaway, because honestly I'm not sure that it would be what it is without having had your input and your support. So thank you so much. Now for the pièce de résistance, the glow. Oh, it's so great. I love it so much. I'm so excited. I love an awesome glow mani, and this glow is insane. Wait until you see the photos I took. But this is so much fun. I am just so excited and so happy with the way all of this came out. Don't forget to comment down below. I want to know, what your favorite video of mine is or something that you learned from me. And then I want you to like and subscribe and make sure you're subscribed. That's important. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. You make this channel possible, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye now.